Carson, we asked Coach Smart what was the key to kind of keeping you around and retaining you as a football player here despite having to sit for a couple of years. He directed the question to you, so what was the key to sticking around to Georgia? Why stay?
The kind of my answer to that is, the camaraderie that we have, the connection that we have here at the University of Georgia. I think it's unmatched to other places. Obviously, I can't compare because I haven't been anywhere else, but from things that I've heard from people that have been other places, the connection here is something that we strive to have, and I think that's one of the biggest things that kept me here all these years.
Carson, you're going to start in a week and a half, the first game. How long does it feel like it's been since your senior year against Seminole when you last started a football game?
That's crazy. Obviously it's been a long time. It's felt even longer than I feel like it actually has been. It's been, 4 years almost since I've started in a football game. And, obviously I'm really excited. So I'm looking forward to it.
Carson, when you look at fall camp, how would you evaluate how you've performed these last few weeks, and what has been your biggest focus, things you wanted to improve before the season?
I think I've performed well. I think there's always room for improvement. You can never be perfect, especially as a quarterback. The biggest thing I think I've tried to improve on is third downs, just being consistent, being efficient. Obviously our defense throws a lot at us, so we get a lot better as an offense, but that's definitely one of the biggest things I've been working on.
Yeah, I understand it might have been Monday or Tuesday this week where you got kind of the official word and all the quarterbacks were talking to. Can you just talk about how that conversation went? And Coach Smart said that he actually thought all the quarterbacks have kind of performed better since that happened. Is there sort of a galvanizing effect to kind of knowing what your place is now for sure?
Yeah, like you said, the conversation was just very simple. It was straightforward. He told us all what was going to happen, and I don't think it changed much, at least in my mindset. I think we've all performed really well during fall camp, but it is good to know that you're the guy, but it hasn't changed, my approach towards practice or my approach to watching film or anything of that sort. So it's all maintained the same.
Obviously, you want to go out there and validate it, like getting named the starter, especially after all the time you've been here. What did that mean to you personally?
Obviously it means a lot. I've put in a lot of time, work, effort. I've been grinding the past 4 years, and to finally, see that come into fruition and pay off, it's obviously a really exciting time.
You just kind of talked about how you thought all three of you guys played really well during spring and summer. Does it mean more to you knowing that you did beat out two really talented guys in that room to earn the spot?
I don't think any of us ever really looked at it as a competition. I think each and every one of us were just focused on things that we could do to improve individually, and ultimately that the coaches were going to put who they thought should be out there. So
Warren told us that after the first national championship, you and him had a conversation where you said, hey, I want one of my own. What do you remember about that, and how much did that play a part in you sticking around?
Well, obviously, it's different to be a part of a national championship team and actually win a national championship, so when I was in high school, we won the state championship. Obviously I was the guy at that time, and that's an amazing feeling. I will never, I haven't done that in a long time. Hopefully I can replicate that, but that's kind of what that means. Obviously there's a difference between being a part and then obviously winning your own.
Talking about the success the last 2 years, do you feel any pressure, and do you embrace that?
I definitely embrace it. Kirby makes it super challenging in practice. He applies pressure every single day. Our defense applies pressure. Obviously there's pressure. There's always going to be pressure, but I think we do a good job at putting ourselves in situations where once we do get out on the field, that it's just like another day in practice. Makes it easier.
You've had various hair lengths throughout your Georgia career, and you shave it down right before this pivotal fall camp. Why'd you do that?
It's been super hot outside, and the past 2 summers I had long hair, so I was dying during the team runs and stuff. It was way too hot for hair, so I just decided to shave it all off, make my life a little easier.
We've heard a lot of talk from the defensive linemen. We've talked to for the past couple of days on how high they're on the offensive linemen. They've called them the best in the entire NCAA. You're playing directly behind them. What have you seen, and what have you felt from those 5 guys up front?
Obviously they're incredible. it instills confidence in me to, you know, sit back there and maybe I can hold the ball half a second longer, and, you know, get through my entire reads because I have trust in them to, you know, get the job done. Then obviously it makes it easy when you have one of the best offensive lines in the country to just hand the ball off and let your running backs go to work as well.
Yeah, Carson, I'm curious, what was the key to making sure you were developing and becoming a better football player without a lot of reps over the last couple of years? How have you been diligent about improving?
I guess without getting a lot of reps, I mean, the biggest thing comes to like the mental side, and as hard as it was and as hard as it can be to be the backup and still prepare like you're the starter, like you're going to go out there. It's something that I tried to do week in and week out, no matter the opponent. So my mental, you know, is already kind of set. So I know what that looks like to prepare as a starter, even though I haven't obviously started yet.
Carson, in terms of how much pressure should be on you, are you looking at this as I'm QB1, I want that pressure it's on me, or are you looking at it more as I'm one guy on this very talented team?
I mean, yeah, I think each and every one of us has our own pressures to fulfill and whatnot, but I think the only thing that I can do is just be myself every single day and just try to win each and every single day. So we got practice today, I'll go out there and just focus on the reps that I have, each individual play, see what I can do the best, and then we'll move on to the next day and the next day, and here on out.
Did you ever consider transferring, and if so, how close did you come, or did any schools reach out to you during the process?
I mean, obviously, there's always thoughts whenever, you know, you're a freshman, sophomore, things get hard. Workouts are hard, practice is hard. You're not getting much playing time, reps. But no, there was never really a time where I was like, I'm leaving, I'm getting out of here. I mean, there's always thoughts, but I mean, that's really all.
Kind of following that up, I know it's not easy sitting and watching, but what was your biggest takeaway watching Stetson the last couple of years from a quarterback perspective? What did you take away?
I think the biggest takeaway for him, I mean, he got it the worst at quarterback. I mean, I think a lot of people, you know, really hated on him a lot, and you can see that like all over the internet, and he just maintained and just kept his head down and kept going. I'd say that's the biggest thing that I learned from him is that you just have to do you have to be you, and honestly it doesn't really matter about the noise that's going on around you as long as you control, you know, your actions and your effort towards the game.
Coach Smart was telling us about Branson getting hurt. You know, it's been a position where you guys have dealt with a few injuries in fall camp. What is your confidence in this running back room and what they're going to bring to the table this season?
Well, I mean, I have ultimate confidence in every position group, obviously. I mean, I trust Coach Smart, I trust Coach Bobo, Coach Schumann, obviously on the defensive side, to put the best guys out there that are going to help us win and compete and, you know, ultimately succeed at the end of the day.
Got time for 2 more questions.
When the news of you being named the starter was out in the public, was Stetson or any other former teammates reach out to you and congratulate you, and what did they tell you if they did reach out?
Yeah, I mean, there were a few guys that reached out. I mean, obviously a lot of people back at home, friends from high school and whatnot. I mean, my phone was blowing up, and there was a lot of like congratulations and stuff. I mean, a lot of people that know me have known like how hard it's been to get to this point and like how patient I've had to be and the work that I've had to put in. So obviously people are very like congratulatory and stuff, and I'm just excited about it.
Was there a moment where it really hit you that you're the starting quarterback of the University of Georgia? How's that feel?
I mean, obviously this whole entire year, I mean, I've been working for it, grinding for it, and I kind of expected that from myself. But to actually like, you know, hear it go live, I mean, it meant a lot to me. You know, it's something to see like all the hard work pay off, kind of like I've been saying this whole entire time. And sometimes it's hard to be patient in a world where everything is so like immediate with social media and the internet, and everybody wants stuff now. You know, just seeing that patience pay off, you know, really hit home.